simple words, and they stir emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on last year's national champions, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. That's not what he had in mind, and they'll give up good field position as the kickoff goes out of bounds. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got his man on the right. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Diaz. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
You want to end the play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the balls.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
I mean, this offense basically lined up and said, I don't care if you double team him, triple team him, it really doesn't matter. We're still going to feature him. And guess what happens? They still get the first down, even though he was double teamed.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Here comes the heat. They're working that left side. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long. And the
defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And this offense comes out first down, tries to run the football, no answer. Second down, they go for the pass, they give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with 2 good.
And now they've lost the ball here. Touchdown, Auburn! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, one with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Snagged out of the air. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll go to the ground. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Third down play from the gun. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The play-action fake. Fires and picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the touchdown Tiger. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. And back to the air on 2nd down. Got his man downfield. At midfield, he's got room. Running wide open down the gut of the field. He's at the tip, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown Tide.
And sometimes these games can snowball. You get down 21, next thing you know, you look up, it might be 35. Nice answer, put a drive together. Now the defense has got to get you a stop. Then you try to put another drive together, one possession at a time, try to climb back in this football game.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. They wasted no time on that drive, got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Almost everything has gone their way so far, up 21-7, and they're going to let it fly. Pulls it in down the middle. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Auburn! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Turning it on. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Looking to throw on 3rd. Reels it in down the left side. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Motion from the back. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Firing to the right, complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He'll do it himself. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score.
Well, the head coach is looking real smart after gambling for it there on fourth and short in field goal range, but he trusts his quarterback to go to the right place with the football. Huge play now setting up first and goal.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bama! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Oklahoma State is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Pistol Pete isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 4 over Wake Forest. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Pocket breaking down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
Man, they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. On the run, still looking. Slings it downfield. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a...
There he goes. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. Now with the 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. Quick strike complete. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. They'll run the option. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Touchdown, Tigers. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
And this connection is on fire to start the season. Not 1, not 2, 3 games in a row he's got a receiving touchdown. They continue to find the playmaker, and I don't think it's going to end after game 3.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
They'll run this play from the pistol. The give. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Flushed out of the pocket. It's complete on the right side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. He'll pull it down and run. Runs through the tackle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here.
Pace, 27, jump.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Fires to the right. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. How about this defense taking one back to the house? Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're in defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go getting in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He'll start this drive firing. Moving away from pressure. Fires downfield. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Finds a tight end. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls.
Breaks into the open. Push down for the tackle.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick, you know.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Here's the pressure. And while the pass is incomplete, the flag is down. I think that was a free play for this offense. Defense was in the neutral zone. Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5.
Here we go.
They'll go to the air. Under fire. Dances away. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Hits the accelerator to the right. The 40. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Auburn. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And the extra point is good.
Auburn, 56. Alabama, 14.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? To the air on 1st down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's down right at the 17, and the clock will stop to move the chains on the 1st down. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive to have to step up. And the defense did exactly that. If you're on offense here, I don't know. I'd just throw it again.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. He'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
He'll field it close to the 50. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So here comes the Auburn offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Loss of 3. Brings up 3rd down.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. He wants to change this route. Off the play fake. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. They'll try to convert on 4th and long after giving up that big sack. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And they can't connect, a costly turnover on downs.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fakes the grab on the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Cincinnati looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program with a case full of trophies, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where the Sun Belt is right now, and man, what a difference.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It's complete to the right. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down inbounds. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Tigers. Quick strike through the air for the score. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Hauls it in. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The give to the back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They're facing a 3rd down.
One more satellite. Here we go, here we go. Football 7, football 7.
They'll move the tight end. They'll run play action. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Second down, he'll throw it. Rushes on him. Fires to the big fella. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll try to get it through the air. Lets it fly. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game.
Hey, he fakes it. He's going to throw it. Incomplete, and they had everything they wanted, and he just threw an awful pass.
And you can draw these up on paper all you want, but executing them is such a different level. It's different guys doing different things that you've asked them to do, and right there, misfire on the pass, and this defense now sets their offense up with good field position.
This offense has it with really good field position. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to pass. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
You got to love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the 4th quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
He'll try to do it himself. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Kick is in the air. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Quarterback making checks. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. It's complete to the left. Oh, he's got some space. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
Yeah, and I like this offense keeping the foot on the gas. You got to lead by a couple scores, but keep the foot on the accelerator. Nice job. Another big play down the field for this offense.
Unloads to the wideout. With the catch, it's Diaz. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll get rid of it. Hits the open man. Touchdown, Auburn. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. Auburn extends its lead as the Tigers are turning back the tide.
And I give credit to Auburn, too. It seems like every year when these two teams play, it doesn't really matter what Auburn has done leading into this game. They are able, time and time again, to play their best when they play against the Tide. They're doing it again here in the second half.
And I hate the cliche throw the records out, but it does matter in this game. Why? Both these schools in the same state. They hate each other. The fans hate each other. Got recruited by the same schools. There is nothing about these two teams that like each other.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Now the play fake. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the 4th quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. No fair catches here, looking for room. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Pressure coming. All kinds of time before he fires right. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Trying play action. Here's a heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
But when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. Got it in the middle. It's Diaz. Turning it on. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. And they're able to keep him from scoring as he's guided out of bounds at the 5.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Bring in the heat. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They'll try to power their way ahead. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. Great place to start for this offense. He'll start this drive going to the air. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
How about the bomb? The Hail Mary coming out, and the offense executes it great. They throw the ball deep. Where's the defense? Man, you know this ball is going deep. You know they need it. They got to have it. And the defense just doesn't play great, doesn't get to the football to make a play.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, running back gets to give. Got room at the 35. He smashes his way through again. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum, maybe.
A little trickery, and they flip it ahead. And it's not going to work. They tried to trick him out of 2 points, and they'll get nothing in like it. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion. To the air on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick completion on the out route. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. Looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Claiborne. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Since 1893, this game has meant more to the fans in the state of Alabama.